The YouTube intro is about to play. Is a minute long, y'all. Just bear with me. And
We've got to give ourselves to this struggle until the end.
Let y'all hear it. If you go over to the YouTube channel, you can see it, but if you're on TikTok, you just got to hear it for right now.
Nothing would be more.
Hold up! Hold up! You gonna get this work? You gonna get this work? Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! You gonna get this work?
Get this work, nigga.
You gonna get this work? Hold up! Hold up!
I made this video so long ago.
Please let me work. Hold up! Please! Hold up!
Please let me work. This work, man. This was back when I was giving niggas work on YouTube. There wasn't no TikTok, man. Oh, you watching on? Okay. All righty. YouTube. I don't know why I just did that. Y'all gotta.
Listen, he done
I ain't locked in today. I just roll with it. You just gotta roll with it. Ariel, just roll with it for a minute. It might catch on, and it might be a thing.
It better not catch on.
It might be a thing. YouTube, what it do, man? This ain't no episode. Oh my god. This is not an episode today. This is like some new shit. I'm just throwing shit together. Trying to put new prompts together, word it differently. Maybe we can get some fish on the, fish to bite. So basically, yeah, we're discussing prove Christianity is real. Is it true? It's true, not real. I'm sorry. Prove Christianity is true. Prove Islam is true, and God is not.
Prove God is real, nigga. What is wrong with you?
I made this shit. All right, I gotta lose. That's what I gotta do. Gotta loosen that bitch.
Loosen up that
all right. Wake up, nigga. Wake up. Shit. Woo. Listen. I'm gonna tell you. I was watching. I went back and watched yesterday's. I went back and watched the stream, man. Listen, y'all gotta go back and watch it, man. Towards the end, when she pulled up the pictures of the man, look, I was crying.
Never seen such white people tattooed in my life.
Yeah.
What is that, B? Oh,
hey, Bar, look, give me the big screen right quick.
I got you.
So stuff like this is why people like Bar, myself, and Ariel, Petty, do with it. So I see stuff like look at as a black man, you don't see what that does subconsciously to your psyche. Like you're literally worshiping, you know, a figure that is in the image of a stereotypical YT man.
Yeah.
So you submit to inferiority to YT people because your God, your Savior, your Jesus looks like them and you don't. You know, that's why, like, of course, I just stopped in there and, you know, I didn't even, well, yeah. I just pretty much, I asked him, I was like, you know, why would you worship a mythological character from a religion that was forced upon us from slavery, from a book that literally condones slavery and the specific type of slavery that, you know, our recent ancestors went through in the transatlantic slave trade. And then, you know, of course, you can go between the lines how he was, you know, like going to defend it and stuff. And then, you know, like, and then, of course, his the white lady right there, you know, kept butting in and stuff and would let me speak and, you know, all of that. And, you know, and then they dropped me. And, you know, he like, it's like, come on, man. Y'all gotta understand what this does.
Yeah.
To like, man. But my bad.
No, you good, bro. You good. Yeah, that's facts, man. Now y'all see, because you got to see it to understand why we do this. You know, the whole black people shouldn't be Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, Israelite thing. It's a identity crisis. It's a post-traumatic slave syndrome. It's a lot that ties into us being religious. So, you know, you got to unpack that at different levels. And you know what I'm saying? That what Be Easy just had on the screen. I mean, that's sad. that's sad. That's just but let's we're gonna modulate just a little bit. This is prove Christianity is true, prove Islam is true, prove God is real. I know, Bar, you asking people to prove God. Yeah, I'm trying to, you know, baby steps into that side of this stuff. And yeah, so we're looking to have the conversation. If you are Christian, a Muslim, or you just believe in a God, or you're calling something God, you know, you can request up and we can have the conversation.
And some fair warning would be nice next time, because the way I didn't think I was coming to work today to deal with white men.
Yeah, I had to prep y'all
would be needed.
This is definitely the white man's topic today, because he gonna be up here for sure.
You done already made Dakota feel uncomfortable with your reparations song.
Yeah,
hospitality in the bit.
Yeah,
that's what we got to do out here. The Hebrew, it wouldn't be right without the Hebrew. That's why we got the Hebrew.
That's how I even realized that the prompt was changed, because I saw Dugard come up, and I thought he was trying to say something before the conversation started, and then I said, "Wait a minute." Yeah. Okay, we're doing a new topic.
We're doing some, you know, I'm working on some shit, you know, put some shit in the oven, let it cook. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but, the white boys allowed to be here for once.
Man, y'all look, man, y'all tap the screen, support the live. I did not do what I was supposed to do yesterday, but yeah, man, y'all tap the screen, hit the gift gallery, support the live, gift the panel, gift the moderators, gift my co-hosts and everything of that nature, because you know what I'm saying, that's how you support what we doing. So if you rocking with the movement, you rocking with the channel, you here for a good time, prove it. Show me evidence. Support the live. Over on YouTube, man, hit the thumbs up on your way in. Hit the thumbs up on your way in. Just press the thumbs up button near the title, and that's your tithes and offerings to the church. Thank y'all. Let's get it going. Dakota.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Grand Rising. Reparations. I ain't talking about no dollars. How old are you, Dakota?
I'm 27. How old are you?
56.
You're 56?
If I'm lying, listen.
Damn, that's awesome, bro. You
too near me not to. I'm trying to tell you. You know, they say beauty's in the. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but mine's is objective reality. Amen. Amen.
Amen, Pastor.
Amen. All right.
Stop playing with the pre-com now. That's the wrong thing.
Hey, come on now.
Black don't crack.
No, it does not. It doesn't crack.
Sure
It doesn't.
Goddamn.
It don't crack. It don't wither. It don't slither. It just shines bright like a diamond, in the words of Rihanna. Amen. All right, let's lock it.
Porcelain complexion, though, it cracks a lot.
Come on, y'all, lock it, because I don't want to be, lock it. All right, Mr. Dakota, you say you're 27.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm old enough to be your grandfather.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you a Christian? Are you a Muslim? Or do you just believe in any God, any higher power thing?
I mean, I would say God is any higher power to everybody, but I do believe in Jesus being the way towards the truth, or Yeshua being our appropriate teacher, most definitely.
Cool beans. And are you here to prove Christianity is true?
I would just honestly like to have a conversation. It's not necessarily proof that I can do unless you read the Bible, right?
Well, everybody up here, we done read the Bible, so we can check that off. But you're here. You're supposed to be here to prove. It says prove Christianity is true. Dakota, what you got for me?
Yeah. So I know for a fact that Jesus Christ was a man, right? He was a man who lived, who was crucified. And as far as the religion goes, or the faith goes, we're supposed to believe that he was resurrected, as well as the hundreds of saints, or hundreds of thousands of saints along with him. I believe all that comes true and has happened. I didn't believe that for a really long time, though, personally, until Jesus himself showed himself to me.
When he showed himself to you, was he white like you, Dakota?
That's a great question.
He wasn't.
He wasn't?
What color was he?
He was more like Middle Eastern, more melanin deposited in his skin, and stronger facial features than what I
Burning
have.
bush type shit, right?
No, golden glowing eyes, golden glowing hair, and bronze feet. Actually,
was it hair like wool?
His hair was curly. Yeah.
Listen,
don't tell black people what you just told us. They're gonna eat that shit up. don't tell them that shit.
Listen, let me ask you one more question, Dakota.
What you call that man?
He called him Yeshua.
You said Everett? Is that what you just called him? That's not what you okay.
Dakota.
I'm tripping.
Dakota.
Okay,
listen, when Jesus came to you in his Middle Eastern form, did he call you my child?
Not at all. There was no words that were said.
Okay. Carry on, Dakota.
my
why would you call him Yeshua?
I have come to you.
Because that's the name that he would have responded to. Jesus is the transliterated name, or the English transliterated name, to where they kind of take away from the original Aramaic or teaching of what it is. Yeah.
That's not according to what text, because Yeshua translates to Joshua.
Right. Yeshua would translate closer to Joshua, but through the transliterations or through the deception of the Greek, the Latin, and then the English, especially from KJV, Jesus has been the name that they've put forward instead of Yeshua, or he who is.
No, he said he would have responded. He would have responded to Yeshua.
Yeah.
That means that him being called Yeshua would have been written in some type of text. So what text was there that that talked about this Yeshua character with everything that the Bible claims?
What do you mean, what text? Like, where does John show the name Yeshua? Or like, where in the Bible does it show the name Yeshua? Besides in the Gospels?
Well, the Gospels doesn't show the name Yeshua at all.
Right, it would show Iesus, which would be the Greek.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oldest tablets that we have, right?
That's correct. As the Gospel, the New Testament was written in Greek first, Koine Greek. That's correct. Yeah. Oh, y'all can hear me? Oh, my bad. Let me stop smacking.
You making everybody in the chat hungry. They curious about what the snack is.
It's onion rings. We already know it's onion rings.
I'm eating regular fries and some wings, lemon pepper wings.
See, that's why I said, don't tell me, because you done messed up my fantasy. Over there, you was eating some catfish fried hard.
I definitely thought it was something like that. Fries got an extra crunch to it.
11:30 in the morning, and he talking about lemon pepper.
Nigga skipping breakfast.
When you out there doing the R&B rain, rain sequences, you need to pack in the protein.
niggas reading Antiquities of the Jews for breakfast and shit. Get straight to the lemon pepper wings.
All I know is B has never had a Soviet fried.
Josephus didn't write that. All right, it's time for lunch. That nigga eats, sleeps, and breathes historicity, and I love it. I appreciate it. So let's get back to Mr. Dakota. Your proof of Jesus is your proof of Christianity that is true is the Bible.
Yeah, the claim is God. The self-evidential witness of God is the Bible, which for most people they deny because it is self-evidential or circular reasoning. But with a creator who created all things, including witness itself, it would only be self-evidential.
Who in the Bible were writing any self-evidential experiences that they did with Jesus, or eyewitnesses that you said that as well?
No, it's not necessarily in the faith of Jesus, right? That I'm resorting to, because I don't like Paul. I won't use Paul for my understanding or for like what I show to people. But I more so mean like the older prophets like Daniel or Isaiah.
That's Isaiah. Old Testament. That's Old Testament. It has nothing to do with Jesus.
It's the same God. Not the same Lord God, but it is the same God.
Jesus isn't God.
No, Jesus is the Lord God, correct.
No, he's not. He's not. And I feel like you guys reading the Tanakh, you guys really have no understanding of like Jewish custom, culture. And so you folding Jesus into that just becomes weird and unsubstantiated.
Jesus was the light who transfigured into a woman in Proverbs and was the light that was created in Genesis 1, verse 3. So he is there. He's even the pillar of light or the burning bush or the rock.
Do you have anything?
But your denial does not equate truth.
Do you have anything outside of the Bible that proves that?
There's no reason to look outside of the Bible. Again, God is self-evidential. He trusted John with that witness. He didn't trust anybody else with that witness.
So how you do assertions inside of a circular reason? This is awful.
There's no reason to look outside of the Bible?
Yeah.
So based on that statement, then let's ask it this way. So what makes you think that the Bible is true?
I don't believe the whole Bible is true. I only believe John is true.
You don't believe?
Yikes.
You only believe that the book of John is true?
As far as who was trusted with the correct understanding of who the Lord God is and who God is, yes, of course.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. So if you only believe that the book, you was just quoting Daniel and Isaiah.
And Genesis, and you quoted Genesis. There's a snake in my boot.
They're still working. That's still a part of history.
Man, hold on. I ain't getting my man.
What happened, B?
Cowboy hats. I seen cowboy hats and the snapback ones also.
My bad, gang.
My
bad, gang.
Y'all see how you do.
My bad, gang.
No, but as far as I believe in, I'm sorry, guys.
No, okay. So let's stay where Be Easy was at. So you quoted Genesis and these other books, but you only accept the book of John.
As far as like what to do or within our daily lives, I would only accept John or the Gospels. Yeah. Not even Luke, because he was a disciple of Paul, but only the Gospels in that sense. But
not what he asked you, though. He asked you what made you think the Bible is true. You did that to Petty, too. You keep answering their questions in like a sidestep, roundabout ass way. You're not really engaging with what they're saying.
Well, I don't believe in the whole Bible, right? Even the book of Isaiah has 3 different authors.
Doesn't matter. You believe in some of it, and you believe the God, you believe the Jesus character, you even believe the John part. So what makes you think whatever part you want to pick out is true?
Yeah, that's what led me to my vision. of him.
See what you just did there? That's not answering my
question. I'm just giving you like what makes me believe in it, right? It was only that I had that vision talking about the book of John and the author of John.
You had a dream
that I had.
It makes you believe.
No,
is this
Paul? Parts of the Bible.
I was completely conscious. It wasn't a dream. It was a blink. And for the first time in 26 years, I pictured something. When I have aphantasia, it's pretty intense to picture something.
Who was Paul?
Were you token when you had this vision?
Nigga, what?
Are you talking about Paul out the Bible?
Neither. That's crazy.
I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ. That's all I am.
That's
I don't
crazy.
call myself a Christian because the assumptions with Christian comes with the cross and comes with the ignorance of the Trinitarian doctrine.
How did you rule out that what you saw wasn't just some type of stressful hallucination from either stress or dehydration or some mundane thing?
At the time I was tracking what I was eating and how much I drank water every day. So I was good on those aspects.
That doesn't mean you weren't stressed out or that you didn't have a problem. That's why I'm asking.
Well, I was ruling out the dehydration. I work back to front sometimes when people ask me questions.
Back to front.
As far as front to back to front, whatever. And as far as it goes, at first I just tried to brush it off like it was nothing. But then I couldn't open my own eyes. It was something.
So did you go and have a brain scan? Did you go and check out by doctors? Like, what did you do to rule out a normal thing?
Oh, I mean, I was fine. I still feel fine, so I don't have any of those.
I didn't ask you if you felt fine. I asked if you went to a doctor.
If you think I should.
Freaky ass nigga.
Well, no, if you think I should, then I will. That's okay.
Yes, you should have. You absolutely should have at the time. It's not going to show up now.
Well, then the science wouldn't have showed it in the first place.
That's
if it's not going to show up now.
That's not true.
So your proof of Christian.
I was completely agnostic when it happened.
So you're not a Christian.
I'm a disciple of Jesus.
You also don't know what agnostic means. And Paul in the comments is actually, he was disagreeing with you, which was crazy. Listen, I'm starting to believe in fucking signs and wonders because not me bringing up Paul and then him commenting in the chat. Like I'm telling y'all, there's something divine within me. I can't explain it, but that's a topic.
Please, friend.
Listen, Petty, I swear to God, yesterday, remember, listen, hold on, very quickly. Remember yesterday when we were talking to Rich about all that shit and Cray said, what was the name that she said? She said, and he got an auntie named something.
Clement.
It was
Hortense. I told y'all, I done started watching a new show. I've never heard that name in my fucking life. For the first time, I heard it yesterday when she said it. And then I'm watching the show last night and they say it on the fuck. I said, oh my God, I'm Jesus Christ. I swear to God, I am.
Revelation out here.
That's hilarious. Hey,
and that
Dakota.
That guy, I'm sorry. I was going to say real quick. The guy Paul in the comments is wrong. An apostle is somebody who walked with Jesus and witnessed the resurrection. I can't be that. I can only be a disciple. Everybody can be a disciple of Jesus. That's what
Congratulations. So Dakota.
Diplomas everywhere. I got a great
right.
Oh, my bad, Betty.
No, just a quick question. So you only believe the book of John in the Bible, right?
Not at all.
It's a fringe take on Christianity.
Wait. Okay, so you said you only trust. Which books do you believe?
I would say I believe most people's witness is what they claim they're seeing. But as far as religious dogmatic practices go, I would only trust the Gospels, more importantly, the book of John. So if you're asking me what I believe, I only believe in God and I believe in the Word.
Dakota, don't piss me you're getting on my fucking nerves. She specifically asked you what books in the Bible you believe, and you're still answering her with a bunch of shit she didn't ask you. Please stop doing
books
that.
Outside of the Bible. It's not fair to say that I don't believe all those books. I trust most.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
Let's do this then. So you
B, he was raptured. He was raptured. Sometimes when you're too holy, what they say, when you're too spiritual for earthly good, sometimes God just goes.
I hate it when y'all do that. Like we can't even have a serious conversation because you want to. I'm like, shut up. Ugh. I believe books outside of the Bible. Well, go read one, bitch, because you're up here wasting time.
Yeah. So yeah, y'all, let's keep tapping the screen, keep gifting the panel. You know what I'm saying? It's Friday. I know what that means now. I know what that means. So man, y'all keep gifting the panel, keep supporting the live, keep tapping. Let's try to get to 50K. Yeah, if you believe in God, you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, you think those are true, you think they're real, feel free to come up and prove it. Don't come up and talk about Jesus came to you in a vision and shit. Give us something we can, you know what I'm saying, put to the test. You know, pull up. As Be Easy say.
Well, listen, Dakota wanted to give us the runaround. I'm pretty sure it was because we played reparations. So I'll take the hit on that. Listen, Dakota said,
I thought he was about to come up here and say some crazy shit, but I think the song actually saved us because he was definitely in the comment. I knew he was about to come up here and say a slur. I could feel it in my fucking bones.
That's exactly what I thought. I even warned somebody in the comments. He about to be racist as that.
Listen, he said, "Oh, y'all niggas want reparations? I'll waste all your time. This will be time that you won't be spending trying to get reparations." I'm tying all this shit up. We can't play that song no more when the Wahotes are on the panel. That's my bad, Bar. My bad.
Beezy, was you about to say something about what he was saying, or?
I was about to ask him some stuff, but he was, I don't know, removed or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I was just gonna ask him because he kept saying, okay, he believes in the book of John. I was about to piggyback on him talking about people that walked with Jesus and personally witnessed his resurrection and stuff. So I was going to ask him, well, then why does he believe in the book of John? Because that was written anonymously. It wasn't written by supposed John, and like literally at the end of the book, it tells you that other people wrote it indirectly. It says that we know this disciple's testimony is true. So
I was looking at something this morning. And you know how the Christians are saying that Christianity was in Egypt in the 1st century, right? Be easy, I'm talking to you.
Yeah, well, it was. It's a rapid stuff.
Right. But they're talking about they're talking about that. And so I was like trying to dig into a little bit more just to see like, okay, maybe there's something I missed. And I still didn't find nothing that would prove that the Christianity of today was anywhere in Africa at that time. It was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I was just doing a little more digging and trying to find some sources and stuff on it, and I still couldn't find nothing. Because I'm trying to, like, when I look up stuff, I'm looking up the opposite of what you think I would type in. I'm like, okay, where is the, what sources do we have for proof of Christianity in which I'm looking like what a Christian would look up, trying to see if I could find something like maybe I could look into it that way, and it still come back as I don't really got nothing.
It just still baffles me in regards to Christianity and stuff. Like, again, like, I don't know, most people don't know this stuff, and they just type in to Google and stuff, who mentioned Jesus or whatever, and like, we know the Josephus and Tacitus stuff. We know that, but like, it should be a red flag to them that like, supposedly, let's just stay in the 1st century. Supposedly, only one person mentioned Jesus out of everybody. One person outside of the Bible. Okay, supposedly one come on, that that in itself should be a huge eye opener to people. But I don't know. And then you know, like when like people don't have a leg to stand on, like, you know, I think I was starting to mention this yesterday. You know, like supposedly they say, whoever they is, you know, supposedly Mark, the Gospel of Mark is the oldest gospel, and then you got the two synoptics, Matthew and Luke, that for the most part copies off of Mark and then makes their additions, and then John after them. Like, Bar, did you know, like, the Gospel of Mark, it doesn't have the resurrection appearances and stuff like it does, like it has in it now. The original manuscript.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, they were later additions, verses 9 through like 20 something.
So how did it end at first? Before that,
with just Mary seeing an empty tomb, and then it ends. That's it. Like all of the other stuff. Like I think verses, because we often talk about Eusebius, Irenaeus of Lyons. He made a lot of additions as well and stuff. Like he was the first Eusebius before Eusebius. Like Irenaeus of Lyons, he was the one who made the additions to Luke and Acts and stuff, the beginnings and the ends of them, like addressing it to Theophilus and stuff, because he was Theophilus was a convert to it in the 50s, and then when he became bishop later on, Irenaeus, and Against Heresies, was writing stuff to him so that he could be aware of things that was going on. And like I think Irenaeus also made those additions to Mark and stuff in Against Heresies as well, because like what's his name? Origen and Tertullian as well. All of them were defending the religion against Celsius and some others, and their text was written specifically for him to defend it. So like they were doing apologetics, you know, and so that's why Irenaeus was making additions to a lot of
damage control.
Yeah. To try to, you know, more validate his point. So, you know, and again, that's why like I put in that video, and of course I put it up yesterday after like the third or fourth time they kept taking it down. And of course, you know, like, hey, people don't want to see stuff like that. It ain't doing well. But I put in that video, it's the one explaining and showing how and why that Tacitus line was not written, you know, by Tacitus. And it's like Tertullian, the church father Tertullian, like the specific purpose for his writing was to defend Christianity, you know, and validate it against Celsius. And, you know, he was a person like us, you know, a non-believer and mocking it and everything. So like, if that line, you know, where Christus suffered the extreme penalty and stuff, if that line was in there, because of course Tertullian referenced book 14, because he referenced the fire in Rome, saying, look, we were blamed for the fire of Rome. But if that line was in there, it would have been game over. Like Tertullian didn't reference that line at all, though, because it wasn't in there, and he referenced that paragraph. That's all Tertullian had to do was reference that line, and it would have been game over.
Because that would have been evidence of Jesus at that time. So when does the line first get mentioned out of Tacitus' annals? Like when is it? Who's the first person to cite it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, the first. That's a good question. That I don't know. I don't know who's the first person to cite it. I know it doesn't start to get mentioned until now. Let me not say that because I'm not 100% sure with that one. That's a good question. I don't know, but I know in the early prior to the 5th century, it wasn't mentioned. Like Eusebius didn't even mention it.
Really?
You know? Yeah, he talked about Tacitus and stuff. That's a lie that Eusebius didn't think to come up with and stuff. He didn't mention it at all. So, like in the first couple of centuries, nobody was mentioning it, and they were referencing Annals, Book 15, because of, you know, the Christian stuff and, you know, him talking about, the fire in Rome and stuff in the 60s. But nobody mentioned that line because it wasn't in there yet.
So who started the fire? I'm asking, like, who actually started the fire?
Well, I don't know. The only thing we know about that fire and stuff is, the stuff that Tacitus wrote. And, he just said that Nero blamed it on the Christians.
And who were the Christians?
And, the Christians, a separately group of people, that word is just, it just means the good one. And, we have a bowl that was found in Egypt that dates back to, to BCE time and stuff, saying that to Christian the magician. So we know the terminology was being utilized and stuff. Like, it just means the good one. It was many Christians and stuff. So it could have, I think, but I think it all, that too boils down to Serapis, and mispronunciation of things, Christians and the Christians, so.
So the letter from Hadrian, was it originally an I too, or was it an E?
No,
it was an I.
E.
It was an E too.
I mean not E. No, it was an I. Yeah, Hadrian and Pliny.
Okay.
Yeah, and they originally, yeah.
And that was in the 2nd century.
Yeah.
And it was originally an I, not an E.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was originally Christianos. Yeah. And so, hey, that's clear, direct evidence right there of especially that Hadrian letter. I mean, nobody can fake the funk with that. Like, that's in the 2nd century, and he telling them that worshipers of Serapis were Christians and bishops of Christ. Call that. And you see that, that Greek word, meaning the anointed one and stuff, first being used right there. And then moving forward, many other people and mythological deities were referred to it.
I was looking into some, and I think, was it Philo of Alexandria that talks about the Therapeutae?
No. Philo. Yeah, you're right. Philo of Alexandria talks about the Therapeutae, and another guy around the early 1st century as well. Is at the tip of my tongue. But Philo of Alexandria definitely does mention the Therapeutae. Yeah, but the Christian stuff, I mean, that Egyptian cup that's dated to BCE times, that has to Christian the magician on there, that's well before Jesus. So we know the word Christians were being used well before the Jesus time and stuff. So, Tacitus wasn't referring to this Jesus character of the Bible or anything in the New Testament. None of that stuff was created yet. That's why he didn't reference it.
So,
and Tacitus and Pliny the Younger, both of them were very close friends. They traveled together and stuff, and that, so if neither one of them knew about things, that should tell you about something. Like, whatever Pliny would know, Tacitus would have known as well, and vice versa. So just the sheer fact that, they were unaware of these things and didn't mention anything from the New Testament should tell you something.
So when is the I meant to ask you this the other day, but I forgot to ask you. P52, is that what it's called? Is that what it's called?
Fragments of John. Yeah.
Right. When is what's the date range on that?
Well, they that university in the UK, University of Manchester, yeah, they dated to 200. That's the earliest they dated. They have on there, Aaron put, they have on there that some other people tried to date it closer to, to like 120 through 130 and stuff, but using paleography. Yeah,
Oh.
and that's just the study of handwriting and stuff, and that's a horrible dating method and stuff. So, but
so they tried to date it to the 120s, 130s using what is it called?
Paleography. Yeah, paleography. Yeah, that's a horrible way of trying to date ancient documents and stuff. And it's on the website, and and they said the University of Manchester at the John Rawlins Library. It's a digital. You just typing in it's digital information, and they date it to 200, and that's the earliest fragment of anything from the New Testament that anyone has.
And it's dated to 200.
Yeah. Oh. And people should just, ain't nobody in the request box here. So people should just people just don't think this way. I know, because they're believers and stuff. And another eye opener should be first off, people like us and stuff, we know this stuff don't start showing up until the mid-2nd century beyond. So you don't find it odd that there's just nothing, and then there's a huge influx of all these writings that just takes off. That should tell you something right there. And even if you're someone, who believe in the general timeline that the quote unquote consensus tries to give you or whatever of, first, the Paul's letters and stuff that was, in the 40s and 50s and stuff. And then nothing until supposedly the 70s with Mark. And then after that and stuff. So you go from a few letters by one singular guy, in the span of about 1 decade. And then you got multiple decades where it's nothing. And then in the 70s, you got supposedly Mark starting to write some stuff about this. Come on. In what world does that make sense? If you got Paul starting this stuff and writing all this stuff down and stuff, then you're going to have a influx of other writings and stuff about this stuff at the same time and beyond. You're not going to have multiple decades of silence. And then, it's just stuff they don't think about.
Yeah, because it tells you that Jesus wasn't well known. But I'm like, I thought he was doing miracles. How a nigga doing miracles is just under the radar in Roman Providence? How?
Yeah, they're saying, okay, if he wasn't well known, then Josephus wouldn't have written about him. Josephus wouldn't have known about him if he wasn't well known.
So how does Josephus write about Jesus? And that's what I'm saying. How? See, that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, a lot of stuff don't make sense because that's why Josephus didn't write about him. And
listen,
exactly.
don't run that arguments to niggas, because they'll tell you, if a black man is doing miracles, they not finna platform that. That's how you know Jesus was a black man. Please don't run that argument to niggas, please.
Got it. And the best, the most probably the most compelling piece of evidence for me about this is Philo of Alexandria. He had many ties to the Herodian family and other things and stuff, and wrote about the region and stuff. And he never wrote about none of this stuff. And with those direct ties to the Herodian family and stuff and the kings and stuff, and Philo of Alexandria participating in the Jewish Passover in Jerusalem in the late 30s, because the text says Jesus participated in 3 Passovers in the Gospels early in the 30s. That's where they get the age that he was unalived at 33, because he started his ministry at 30, and then he participated in 3 Passover festivals, and then he was unalived. And those Passover festivals were once annually. And Philo of Alexandria participated in the Passover festival in the late 30s, I think 38. And so you mean to tell me there was this there was this figure that, caused this huge uproar and did all these things and stuff and raised from the dead and stuff. And when Philo of Alexandria was there and participated in the Jerusalem Passover in the late 30s, they didn't mention any of this from him to him. Like he didn't hear about any of this stuff. And with his ties to the Herodian family and stuff, you got this Paul figure who was such a big deal that he was in prison and had to be guarded by 4 soldiers at all times. This is like the hugest deal. And like he didn't hear about none of this stuff. Like, come on.
Does the timeline of Philo and Paul they are they like in sync?
Yeah, Philo
like,
was there.
Philo was around when Paul was doing his thing?
Yes, Philo dies in 50. Yes, Philo was around and Philo was there. And Justice of Tiberius as well. Justice of Tiberius was there in Galilee, and that's the place where in the text Jesus did most of his stuff. And Justice of Tiberius was in Galilee and wrote about Galilee stuff. He didn't write none of this stuff. Hey, CDG Ray.
I was actually watching him before I went live. I be sitting there sometimes just chilling, politicking. Look, there you go, right there.
Gotta love Jared.
Yeah.
That's the homie.
I was telling you,
and I gotta credit him too, because early on in the app, you know, I told you like I had already been studying a lot of this stuff and stuff. And early on in the app, I was more on the, you know, just specifically, you know, the Caesar's Messiah thing kick, where like specifically
I remember you telling me that.
Created and with the help of Josephus and stuff and all, you know. And early on in the app, you know, because I was starting to get my feet wet with lives and stuff, and I popped in his live one time, and he brought me up there, and he just asked me about some things and grilled me about some things and pointed me into directions of some things and stuff that I was unaware of. And yeah, it steered me straight. I was lost, but now I'm found.
I think I was in the comments and asked him about that shit one time, and then he like went into it for me, like while he was live one day. So I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then I had got the book, and I read the whole thing in one day. I'm like, yeah, okay, I see what's going on. And I'm like fact checking, trying to go and cross reference shit, and I'm like, all this shit, because I had read Nailed by David Fitzgerald and On Historicity of Jesus by Richard Carrier first, and then got on TikTok. And then like that was like my introduction to all this. And then I read Nailed, then I read On Historicity, and then I read Caesar's Messiah. So I was kind of like fucked up, you see what I'm saying? And then after that, that's when I was like started going into like reading, you know, Bart Ehrman and all of them other people and stuff like that. And then that's when I had ran into CBJ.
Yep. Because the thing about like if the Flavian dynasty with the aid of Josephus and stuff, if they would have started to create all of this stuff and stuff, like Pliny the Younger was the procurator during the reign of Domitian and stuff. Like Pliny the Younger would have been aware of all of this stuff as well. And you know, he wasn't.
I must admit though, it's a fascinating story, if that makes sense. Like the idea of that is how it happened. It's a fascinating story. It's like entertainment, man. Like it's so entertaining to read stuff like that. Even though it's not true, I'm saying like the idea is fascinating to me.
Yeah, facts to both of us. Yeah, but like that's why I like when we was on Think Live and stuff and talking about this too. Like, you know, that's why we need both people like us and the others like them and stuff that's gonna, you know, make believers and stuff try to critically think and, you know, point out errors in the text and, you know, and related to real life and stuff. Because, you know, like it's interesting to people like you and me and CBJ and other people and stuff, but like it's not interesting to most people. You know, like they don't give a damn about history and stuff, and you know, because it can be a boring read, and keep it being and it's not interesting to most black people. They don't
because I feel like once you leave Thinkers Live and she's forcing you to critically think. Okay, now I know how to think. I know how to think, not just what to think. Now I need to learn history. Hey, come on over here. Come on home. I got you. Sit you right here on the couch. In the year 1452, we get straight to it. We get straight to it, man.
Listen, and for those people who don't like the history of it, it might be a more fascinating read to read the Apocrypha, like all of the books that were, in there and then they took out. If you read the Apocrypha, it like the Bible becomes such a fantastical story, and that's very interesting to read. Books like Bell and the Dragon and the first and second books of Adam and Eve, like all of these books are like super interesting to read. If you don't necessarily like the history faction, there's always something that, is worth reading and being fascinated by.
Yeah, I agree. We got a guess. I don't forget all about it, but yeah, go ahead, Ari. My bad.
This is why I got to be around, and this is why it's important to have a partner and a teammate, because the way she just completely missed that plug, that shameless plug. Petty, please, friend, listen. Also, if you don't like the history of the Bible and you would prefer just the characters and the adventure aspect, right? Me and Petty got a book, okay? It's biblical lore. Yeah, very classy, very cute, okay? The link is in her bio. We worked very hard, so y'all make sure to go and grab that. Thank you. Love you. Goodbye.
Thank you, friend. See, it is important to have a partner. Oh, look at DeGaulle. See, it's good to have friends. That's the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get your copy.
You know what? I need to hurry. Hey, Bar,
I got ADHD. Listen, yeah. I don't can't tell you how many times I done went to your bio, clicked the link, and just folded some clothes, and it just never came back to the computer. Like literally, it's been like.
That's why I'm about to do it right now.
Yeah.
Listen, come pick up your clothes. I have them folded.
Okay. Make I'm gonna set a reminder to do it as soon as I get off here.
Come on, Leviathan. Also, this is what happens when you switch the topic and you let a white man on the panel, because why would he have more coins than everybody up here?
Yeah, come on, y'all. Y'all gotta do better than that.
God damn it.
Leviathan Dragon, how old are you?
22.
Are you in the mall? What's going on? You in a what?
Group home.
Okay. That's fine. You Christian?
You got problems outside of Jesus, my guy.
I was about to say, do you go there or you volunteer there?
How old? You say you 27?
42.
Okay. Are you Christian, a Muslim, or you just believe in God?
I study demonology.
Who?
Demonology.
Okay.
Point me to the place where you learn how to speak demonology.
What's the relevance between your demonology and what we got going on behind my head?
You learned it at a group home. He already told you. You learned it.
That's one of the activities.
I got enough demons out here. We don't need no more. Oh yeah, that's the crows, man. You know, they fly over the dead. Yeah, Leviathan, man. This might be the wrong live, gang. All right. Yeah. Do you believe in God?
Not really, no.
Okay, cool. So you're not a Christian, you're not a Muslim, and you don't believe in God. But tell the demons I said hello. It's me. I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be.
Okay.
We were younger and free. If you think Christianity is true, you think Islam is true, or you just believe in God, you think it's real, pull up. Yeah. I don't know about no demonology. I can't do nothing with you. You
Right.
talking about, you know.
But the way that I thought you were singing "Hello" by Lionel Richie,
Now you know. See,
this is how I know that you be scaling heavy on that black card.
That was Kelly
No.
Clarkson, girl. That's not no damn Lionel Richie.
That's what. Well, yeah. When he kept singing, I figured it out, and I was like, "God damn, this is how I know he was scaling heavy on that black card."
So
Thank you,
man.
Chris.
Somebody said, I find it funny that atheists only want to debate believers. Why don't they debate Satanists or Scientologists? I mean, what religion does? Yeah, what religion is MAGA? What religion does MAGA practice? That's the religion we're gonna attack. What does the religion? What religion do the people who demonize black culture and black people? What religion do they practice? That's the one we're gonna attack. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about Satanists and Scientologists. You know what I'm saying?
It's the way they fall right in the trap of getting trolled because Satanists don't believe in Satan and they don't follow that motherfucker. It's literally a troll on Christianity. Like, be serious. Debate them about what? Them holding fucking better morality than you with no God? What do you want us to debate them on?
Yeah, why can't it's a shame that for the Christians have shed so much blood in the name of Jesus. The Muslims have shed so much blood in the name of Muhammad and Allah for us to be in 2026 and can't talk about them. What? I mean, the Crusades, the Inquisitions, the Trans-Saharan and Transatlantic slave trade. I can't talk about Islam and Christianity. All the blood and harm they done caused. Like, what's up, man? Let's not talk about religions that are literally affecting black people in a negative way wherever we at. Black people hating each other because of proximity to being Arab or like being mixed with Arab blood, and who's a real Muslim, who's not on the continent of Africa. You know what I'm saying? You look at how Christianity has affected the continent of Africa and the United States of America. Why can't we ask people to prove it true? I think that's unreasonable. Fireman Philosophy over on YouTube. I think that's an unreasonable assessment. Keep quiet while they just vote and make up laws and restrict access to healthcare and demonize people and spread hate for people based on a religion they don't want us to even talk about. You out your rabbit ass mind. Out your rabbit ass mind. They're taking, because first of all, they're not even reading the literature correctly. They're taking a skewed interpretation of these verses and these stories, and they're demonizing and spreading hatred towards people, and you know what I'm saying, passing legislation in the name of some shit they haven't even fully read. It wasn't even for them. All my life I hear Christians say we don't follow the Old Testament. We just follow the New Testament, and they basing legislation and laws on what the Old Testament is saying today. Huh? You know what I'm saying? The prison to Islam pipeline needs to be studied for real. All these black people go in there Christian, come out talking about Allah, praying 5 times a day. Huh? The Christians set this system up to where there's, poverty, a lot of violence, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a mass incarceration of black people. We go in there Christian, come out Muslim. We talk about the D-rug dealers and the gang bangers and all that stuff, and they deserve their smoke too. We definitely need to get on their ass too. Who dropped the C-Rack off? all of the black people who was trying to, you know what I'm saying, spread unity and a collective mindset, or you know, trying to spread that, you know what I'm saying, to not hate people and not, you know, base your discrimination on people's skin tone and all that shit. Those people were all killed by the racist Christians. Those people were all killed. All the black leaders trying to free and liberate black people have been assassinated. Let's not talk about Christianity, huh? Under Islam, they would just castrate niggas. People today think that North Africa is originally Arabs because ain't no influx of black indigenous Africans there, because them niggas was castrated. How the fuck we gonna procreate? We ain't got no dicks. Let's not talk about Islam, huh? You niggas out y'all mind. Y'all are being unreasonable. If you think Christianity is true, you think Islam is true, you think God is real, pull up. I'm just monologuing until we get people. That's unreasonable.
It 100% is, especially when we're about to when our citizenship is up on the chopping block, and that's being pushed by Christians. Right. And guess who hasn't been marching and protesting against the rolling back of birthright citizenship? Christians. Guess who haven't been in the streets because the Voting Rights Act was gutted? Christians.
And then Petty, listen, you just brought something to my attention. You know, the black Christians today bring up how Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X, these people believed in God and they practice Abrahamic religions. You niggas are nothing like those niggas. These new Christians, y'all are nothing like those people. Cause those Christians and those Muslims would have never. You niggas are y'all are nothing like them. Y'all say y'all Christian for y'all black. MLK would have never said no shit like that. Malcolm would have never said no shit like that. You niggas are using them to justify your belief in Abrahamic religions when you're not like them. Your pastor ain't nothing like Martin Luther. Your pastor is there for a paycheck. Martin Luther was like, we marching so everybody can get something. Y'all not the same. You niggas is not, y'all are not real. Y'all are not real Christians. How about that? Can we play that game? Y'all ain't real Christians for real. Y'all weak. Y'all have hundreds and thousands of people gathering every Sunday. Y'all got the juice and the squeeze and y'all don't do nothing with it. Lord knows if I had 200 niggas pull up and give me $5 every weekend, we move mountains. I have some furniture moving around this bitch. Y'all get all these people to gather together on Sunday to have a dress off. Whose dress got the most glitter, spackles, and sparkles on it? Is your cufflinks gold or silver? That's what you niggas on. Y'all ain't none like the old Christian. Bring them back. Bring them back. Niggas getting hosed down for these rights. Bring them Christians back, because you new niggas, y'all just, I'm just gonna give it up to God.
Listen, and be saying the strangest shit. We were on Kai's live the other night, and they were talking about segregating trans women from everyone else. And so I asked the question. Yeah. And I asked the question to this one black Christian girl. And I said, listen, what if white women said that they wanted to be segregated from black women because, you know, we're more masculinized, right? We have more muscles. We're taller, we're broader. We have better shaped bodies. And she said, I would be okay with that because I'm not going to go anywhere that I'm not wanted. In America, to say some shit like that is crazy. They finna march y'all black Christians right the fuck back into slavery, because where in America are you wanted, bitch? What? It's just a weird fucking thing to say. What do you mean I don't go where I'm not wanted and appreciated? Where in America do you live? Tell me where you live in America where you're wanted and appreciated.
Mind you, you tried that. Guess who came over there and fucked your shit up? Guess who was coming over there and fucking shit up? You don't have that luxury,
right? That part. And that's what I'm saying. These Black Christians are finna get marched right the fuck back into enslavement. And they're gonna go willingly. They're not finna put up no fight. Like you said, they not finna be no Martin Luther Kings, no Rosa Parks. Y'all not finna put up no fight. Y'all ain't got that dog in you. The Christ done beat it out of you. He done made you love your enemy out of you. All that fight, love your enemy, pray for your enemy. Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all out here giving 10% of y'all money every time you get a paycheck to y'all enslavers.
Mm-hmm.
After they already take a piece of it before you ever get your goddamn paycheck.
Right. Listen, and what is Jesus doing for you for that 10%? Is that your cost to get into heaven? Because I'm really not seeing the fruit of that 10%. Except
help me find my keys, Petty.
What did you say?
I said, but he helped me find my keys.
Right. What are you getting? You're not getting a bigger foothold. Like your proximity to Christianity is not getting you a seat at the table. It's not getting you a seat at the table. Not in this country. You could pray, you could speak in tongues, you could fall out, you could do all that stuff. And guess what they're going to tell you? Go do that in your Black church and get the fuck out of our faces. Because their Christianity is white conservative Christianity. That's what y'all not even worshiping the same God. These niggas be on stage with bare feet, jeans, and a button-down t-shirt. And y'all niggas gotta go into debt to get your Sunday's finest. Y'all not worshiping the same God. They're up there with air machines playing guitars, and y'all niggas sweating in a church beating drums. Y'all not worshiping the same God, please. Sorry, Bar. That was my rant. Go ahead.
Man, look. I never stop you when you're right. Cook this shit up. Not what that lady was cooking yesterday. Cook some different shit up. But you're right. You know what I'm saying? These new, not even new, but people who practice religion, that y'all are weird. Just off GP, y'all just weird. You niggas are weird. Like, I'm just thinking, I just cannot stop thinking about let's stop. Why y'all talking so much about Christianity and Islam? Why y'all spend so much time talking about this shit? What you think the answer to that is? You think we don't got better shit to do? Have you, like, niggas have lives. Why do you think we spend time doing this? Because you niggas are homophobic and y'all transphobic and y'all misogynistic and y'all discriminate against people for no other reason but what God said. Give me a reason to discriminate against somebody off of what they like that's not causing no harm to you other than God. Give me a reason. Well, God said, other than that, give me a reason. Give me a reason. That's what I thought. Amen. Give me a reason to discriminate against people who are different than you other than what the Bible say? Give me a reason. By nature, humans, we're already tribalistic and we already be on some, you know what I'm saying? They don't look like me type shit. We do that by nature. Y'all niggas, you're adding extra steps to something that's already difficult. This is what they want. This is what everybody, that's what they want. Niggas divided by skin tone, race, creed, color, and they got you niggas hating people because of their gender and they sex and who they. Y'all niggas are weird, bro. Y'all are a weird group of niggas. Y'all niggas are weird. Killing people. They killing people in the Middle East for this shit, y'all. I gotta find it. I think I seen a story where women they killing motherfuckers for holding hands in public type shit. I can't, damn. Y'all, you know, we're gonna talk about this shit. We're gonna talk about this shit every day if we have to. Maybe spread some awareness, shit. Whatever we gotta do, whatever shape that take. We gonna go to the booth and cast our motherfucking votes. We gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna raise awareness about it. We're gonna vote against it. We're gonna protest it everywhere we can, because y'all some weird niggas. Y'all are weird to people that do, like, y'all are weird to people that do not deserve the smoke that y'all bringing. Hey, I like pink shirts. Kill that nigga. What? It's not funny. You want people to burn forever because they find someone attractive you don't find attractive? You're weird. You're a weird person for that. All you niggas, I know they watching, they don't talk. Y'all are weird. Y'all are some weird people for that, gang. That's weird. Even, you know, I was raised up Christian. They indoctrinated this shit out of me. They forced this shit on me. Yes, homophobic, transphobic shit has been said and instilled in niggas from birth. That's just what they do. That's how the Abrahamic religions raise niggas up. Even when they was beating this shit into my head, I always thought that don't make sense. Even when I believed that God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Even when it was subconsciously, when I thought that was the truth, I still like, damn, boy, something just don't feel right about that. I still felt like that. And but you know, I didn't know nothing about all this questioning your faith and deconstruct. This wasn't a thing in my upbringing. So shit, people, you know what I'm saying? I done seen niggas real deal get mistreated for this shit. Like just off the thought of it, niggas get mistreated for this, and I'm like, I can't put my finger on it. I believed that it was wrong, but I felt like maybe I was missing something, and I was. The whole time I'm missing some shit. This ain't even what it's supposed to be, gang. I'm a real nigga. I can't understand how y'all wake up and just feel hatred towards another race, creed, color, gender. I just don't know how you do it off the principle of them being opposite or different from you. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. You can't rationalize. You can't get on stage and give me a premise 1 and premise 2 and premise 3 for why we should discriminate against trans people, the LGBTQ community. You can't rationalize for me. Let me tell y'all something. When I became an atheist in college, you wanna know what's this how you know I was a real nigga. I just didn't have the info. I lacked information. I became an atheist in college. Guess what's the first thing I did, y'all? Wrote a fucking I can't even, it was like 1,000. I wrote a 1,000-word paper on why like there's nothing wrong with getting abortions and shit. I'm like, I was pro-life, y'all. I'm pro-life the whole time. As soon as I fucking I'm like, damn, wait a minute. It's the first thing I just felt like inclined. This was the first thing I wanted to attack. I went straight for the jugular. I'm talking about, I can't even listen. The shit I said about God and religion and I don't know if we can say it on her. The things I said about AB, God and religion in that paper, like off the real, nigga, this your first order of business when you became an atheist. That's the first thing I wanted to do. And I wrote that motherfucker. That motherfucker was A+ paper, nigga. I gotta find that bitch. That's the first thing I did. It's just, you could tell, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Bar really a good nigga. He just don't know the shit. Teach me, nigga. I'm one of them people, look. Just teach it to me. And I'll just teach me the truth. Give me the information. I sit down and learn this shit. And as soon as I came out of that religious psychosis, that's the first thing I wanted to attack. I'm like, I had been against fucking healthcare my whole life. Niggas hating people that's opposite of them for no other reason other than the Bible. No other reason other than the Bible, we hating people. I'm like, man, them niggas gay. Why are you? But this is what's taught. It's how you act. It's how you rose up. We gotta this person on YouTube don't want us to talk about this shit when this level is more than just, is God real? Niggas who believe God is real think that the first two human beings was a man and a woman, think that therefore man is always supposed to be man and woman. Therefore they think homosexuality is unnatural when other animals in the animal kingdom do the shit. But we don't know that because we think we don't even think, these niggas don't even think we're animals. They think we're above the animal kingdom. So because in the Bible, being being LGBTQ is frowned upon and demonized, or I said demonized, or banned in the Bible. When we see it in the Bible, we think, oh, this is unnatural. Meanwhile, the fucking other animals like, look, there go Adam and Steve, 2 canines. But like, you know what I'm saying? I just like, yo, like this shit is serious. It's not like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to it, because we, people on the outside of the community, these different communities, we don't really understand what's happening when we ain't around, but these people are being mistreated in real time, in real life. Like, niggas, look, I'm through.
Hey, y'all.
What's up, Libra?
So, if you're a parent and you're Christian and you think it's okay to throw your son out your moving car because he's gay, there's a problem.
Shit like that, man.
If you will disown your child because they're gay or they're bisexual, you got issues. You should check your shit. You check it, right? If you look at somebody and go, that's a dude in pink, or that person, it has a rainbow flag. Well, look at my fucking picture. I basically got a rainbow in the back of it. Y'all got issues if you got a problem with that. I don't know. You are all weird. Not just the Black community. All Christians are fucking weird. You are like obsessed with what's in other people's pants and what they're doing in their bedrooms consensually. Like, this shit got nothing to do with y'all. Get out of people's pants and out of their houses. Just mind your fucking business. It ain't hurting you at all. They ain't after you. It don't hurt you at all. Leave it alone. Seriously. And if you're white and you know that the space is for Black people, shut the fuck up and you can get the fuck out, because you ain't doing shit about it. This is not your space. When you see the words Black people on the screen, it ain't about you. You don't have to like it. You can leave. I get tired of y'all just up here like, well, Christianity is true and everyone should be Christian. No. Just no. Ew. Y'all are weird as fuck. And yes, Soldier CK, I'm talking about you too. Anyway, CK, tell us your age for TikTok purposes.
33.
And pick your poison.
Well, we can prove that God is real. The existence of God is a cumulative case that supports his existence. The creation of the universe, the fine-tuning of it, objective morality, the resurrection, consciousness, and self-awareness.
Whoa. Run down the whole list of stuff. Hold on now. Let's address it one at a time. First of all, what's fine-tune?
Fine-tuning is the idea or the concept that
no, not what is fine-tuning. What is in the universe that is fine-tuned?
Well, fine-tuning is the fact that there are multiple independent constants that govern things like gravity, electromagnetism, expansion, things like that that fall within a certain range that allows for life to be possible. And if any of these were altered slightly, then the universe would become life prohibiting.
Sir, that's not fine-tuning. Fine-tuning means that it's perfect for life, no matter what, and it's not. This is massive. We could be several degrees off and still be fine. But the entire universe is not geared toward life at all. It's not fine-tuned.
Yeah, fine-tuning is the concept that all of these constants of physics are specifically designed and set at a life-permitting range.
They're not. I just told you. They fall apart, they break apart, they loosen, they change, they move. It's not fine-tuned.
Yeah, we're talking about things like the cosmological constant. So if it were slightly larger, then galaxies wouldn't be able to form. We're talking about the strong nuclear.
You're just saying what ifs. What ifs does not make it fine-tuned or designed. What is
I'm not saying what if. I'm not saying what if. I'm saying if it were any different, then we wouldn't have a periodic table. If the strong nuclear force were any stronger or weaker, that is the argument for fine-tuning. Not that if gravity were any stronger or weaker, people would float away. We don't know any other
universe where this isn't the way it is. That's a what if. You can't say it's fine-tuned unless you've got an example to show.
It's not a what. It is not a what if. The evidence shows that the universe is
if you're saying you're literally saying if this were this, then this would happen. That's a what if.
It's not a what if. We know that if we test gravity, we can show that if it were any weaker, that we would float away. It's not a what if. It's this is true if this were to be so.
Every time you say if in that statement, you created a what if. If this were different, then that would happen. It's not different. We don't have a universe where it is different.
It's a statement of objective fact. It is a statement of objective fact. It's saying that if it were different, then this would be the case. So regardless,
it's not an objective fact if you don't have a thing to show an example of it. If you're going to say that this is this, or if this is this, then you have to have an example where that actually does take place. So you can't say that this is fine-tuned when you don't have an example of being any other way.
We don't have to have an example of when we can test these things and show them mathematically.
No, you can't, my guy, because we don't have it any other way.
You don't have to have another universe or something else to compare it to.
Oh my goodness, yes you do. That's literally the point. You don't have a comparison, so you cannot make that statement as if it's objective. I'm not done. You can't make that statement as if it's objectively true when you don't have anything to measure it against. There's nothing to compare it to. And also, like he was explaining, the shit ain't even true for us. It's not even true for us. We could be moved around. Things could be different and we could still survive. And taking it back to the very first list that you started to throw out, none of those objectively prove that God is real, especially the one that you believe in. So please rewind a little bit and dig into some actual evidence, because you're just giving us a bunch of philosophical claims and arguments, and that's not a fact that we can verify. That does not prove it objectively for everybody. So please get back to that.
Yeah, my point exactly is that we don't have to have another universe to compare things to show that if things were any slightly different, then life wouldn't be possible. It's my turn to talk, okay? You've been talking this entire time.
I promise it's not.
Give me just a second.
I promise it's not, because I just told you to get back to something else.
Stop coming off mute, brother. Please relax. Just chill out, please. So what did he say while I was gone? What did I miss?
Fine tuning. That's all. Fine tuning. That's what he thinks is true.
Yeah, we can skip past that. So he's a Christian, Muslim, or
He's a Christian.
okay. What's his name? Soldier. Soldier.
CK.
What does CK stand for? Anyway, yeah. So prove Christianity is true. Let's get straight to it. Prove Christianity is true.
Well, we can start with Jesus as a historical figure, the resurrection, the empty tomb, the disciples' transformation, Christianity's explanatory power, Jesus' fulfilled prophecy. We have many different lines of evidence that shows Christianity is true.
Pick one.
Jesus Christ's existence. We can start with that. We can know.
Okay, hold up. So you're saying that if there was a first century apocalyptic preacher preaching about the end times and all that shit, that means Christianity is true?
I'm saying that's the beginning of the argument. It is a cumulative case to support the truth of Christianity.
Cumulative. We can start there. What do you got for Jesus?
Well, if we can know anything about history, we can know that Jesus Christ was a real person that lived and was crucified under Pontius Pilate.
Based on what?
Based on the first and second century contemporary sources that talk about him, that mention him, the eyewitness testimony, the second century sources that talk about him, the early church fathers, the many different people, non-Christian sources.
He asked you for contemporary. All of those came well after.
A contemporary for ancient standards is not written within a year. Contemporary within ancient standards is within a certain time period. You can have a 10-year gap, a 20-year gap, a 50-year gap in ancient.
You cannot have a 50 to 100-year or more gap. You cannot have a 50 or 100-year more gap to call it contemporary. They didn't even live past 50 in most cases in that time.
Yeah, but like I said, contemporary for ancient sources doesn't mean written within the same year. Contemporary sources,
they need to be within at least 10 years or so of it. And you are talking about texts and people who existed about 100 to 150 years after.
Well, that's the non-Christian sources that talk about them, Tacitus and all that.
There are no Christian sources that talk about him before that.
Yeah, the early church fathers, Papias, Irenaeus.
Those are after, again.
Those are still contemporary sources for ancient time periods.
They're not even first century. What are you talking about?
They don't have to be first century. There's a second century.
Yes, they do. To be contemporary, they have to be in the same century at least.
Who said that?
Because then you're talking about like secondary sources, or it's like playing telephone. If you're not within the first few days, place this as years if you want, but if you're not within the first few days, you just fucked up the story because you don't know the details, but you're adding shit because it sounds better.
Yeah, so who decides what the time period is, or what the range is for ancient time period standards? Is that you or who?
Not you.
Okay, good. So if it's not you, then that means that ancient time periods, contemporary sources for those time periods are not just written within a year, 30 days.
Give me a source that shows that contemporary means 150
that are written around the same time.
Give me a source where they say that 150 years after means contemporary.
We don't have to have a source that says.
Yes, you do. If you're going to make the claim that is how it's done, if you're going to make the claim that's how it's done, then you need to provide a source that shows that, because that is not how it's done.
I can't find my. Hold on 1 second. No, I don't. Like I said, I don't have to show a source that says that specificity.
You literally do, because we have a disagreement about what you're using the word contemporary as. So you need to find a source that shows that contemporary means what you say.
All I have to do is show you that contemporary for ancient time periods is not written within. It doesn't mean it has to be written within.
Find me a source of something credible that says that.
I don't have to do that.
Yes,
go look it up yourself. Go do your own research. Go do your own homework.
You're the one that made the claim, my guy.
Yeah, you can still go do your own homework.
Yeah, and I shouldn't have to, because I have already done this homework. You're telling me a thing that I know to be false, so I want you to give me a source for your falsehood.
Oh, there it is. Hold on.
And may the AI be with you, my dude.
Yeah, contemporary sources would be the Gospels for one, Paul's letters, the non-Christian sources.
Those were written up to 70 to 100 years after. I said contemporary.
Doesn't matter. Those were contemporary sources for ancient time
Again,
periods.
I asked you to find me where it says contemporary can be 70 to 100 years after the fact.
I already told you I don't have to do that. Contemporary for
And
ancient
yes,
time
you
periods
do, because
not mean
again, we
within the
know what
same year.
contemporary means. You're the one saying it doesn't mean what we know it to mean. So yes, you do need to provide a source. Otherwise, you are lying.
It is inaccurate to say that there are no contemporary or near contemporary
source.
Contemporary means at the same time, like living or happening at the same time.
The existence of Jesus is corroborated by early independent Roman and Jewish sources.
Are you reading this off of what's going on? Why does it sound like you?
Absolutely.
This is from my notes. Yes, I'm reading my notes.
So go to the part of your notes where it tells us that contemporaries can be 70 to 100 years later, because he done asked you like 3 times.
Yeah, and I done told you like 3 times. I don't have to tell you that.
Listen, the AAVE is fucking wild. Watch your fucking mouth, white man. Okay. Either get the source or get the fuck down. Because I don't know what y'all be up here doing and who y'all think y'all be talking to. But no, thank you. If you don't have it, leave.
There's no source.
If you don't have it, leave.
Source, and you know that.
If you don't, I know that, but you said it. Yeah, get the fuck out. Maybe don't lie.
Because contemporary means at the same time.
There's no source. You made it up. Goodbye.
Imagine coming up here trying to tell us that words don't mean words. Why do they keep doing that?
And he's reading. It sounded like he was reading some, like, bro, what's going on, man?
He's reading Bible GPT.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Ancient Future would come up instead of crying in the chat. Seem a little scared. I invited you, but you're just yapping.
Yeah, because I mean, if because I mean, he was saying that it's cumulative. Like when you put all this together, there's evidence of it proves Christianity is true. But the moment you get to unpacking it and going piece by piece, it all falls flat. Because the Bible cannot be proof of anything. So once we throw that out, okay, what do we got now? Like all that, I mean.
Rags, I dropped them because somebody paid to drop them. Y'all gotta pay attention for more than fucking 10 seconds at a time. Jesus.
The fuck is a version of an atheist?
I think he's asking what denomination of atheist we are.
Like what?
My denomination is full-fledged.
Same. Nothing is not a real thing.
It's a stance on one thing. Atheism has to do with the existence of deities. We don't have denominations, and what we believe in aside from that is irrelevant to the atheism. So, yeah.
And then, hey, Bart, wait, where you go? Oh, he not there. Oh, he was there.
I'm here. I'm here.
And you know what? Cause I've been listening. I just couldn't speak because I'm at work and some people fucking kept coming in my office and stuff, man. Like, leave me alone. I'm trying to TikTok. You expect me to work, man.
Damn capitalism.
Please.
So For real, man.
These niggas expect me to earn a paycheck?
like the nerve, Petty, the nerve of them, no?
Right?
Like,
The nerve of you, Dennis.
Cause I had one AirPod in my ear and I was listening to them in the other ear, man. I was pretending to listen to them. I wasn't listening to them. I was listening to y'all in the AirPod. So, but remember what I said, like, you know, how Irenaeus and stuff of Leon's made up a bunch of stuff too. And, you know, like, I know that guy, he came up and, you know, y'all handle him exquisitely. But like when he mentioned Papias and stuff, you know, of course, yeah, that's in the 2nd century and stuff. It's like there's no writings from Papias that anyone has. The only one that's attributed to him is called the letter to the Philippians. And you know, the phrase they love to use, the consensus, you know, all scholars agree that's a composite letter. But even in the letter to the Philippians in itself, nowhere in that letter does Papias say that he knew John or was a student of John. That claim comes from Irenaeus of Lyons, you know, in his book called Against Heresies. And again, it's called Against Heresies. You know, that's a book of him, you know, making up a lot of stuff against people who are critiquing the religion. You know, so even when they mention stuff like that, it just baffles me.
He said it's cumulative. You got to put all these different things together, then you can see that Christianity is true.
I call that passwords.
Yeah, I had to get up and just walk around, man. They be coming in there. I can't never sit down in peace in TikTok, man. So I'm just walking around.
Right. Because we know TikTok is more important. I kid.
Mind you, they're in there talking to him about budget cuts to the school and shit.
Hey, yo, thanks. Hey, my new contract already signed, so yeah. Hey, I'm like, man, this is more pressing, man. Y'all, talking about budget cuts and all this stuff, man. We talking about how Jesus and Islam and all this stuff ain't real. This is a pressing matter.
Listen, y'all gotta make sure y'all tighten up y'all school so you don't have no Karen Savages in y'all school and you up here arguing about Jesus. Did you hear about that, B? About Karen Savage?
No.
Karen Savage was this white woman who was a teacher at some school in the South, and she ended up tying a noose around a black baby doll's neck and then throwing the noose over the television and left it up there hanging.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, this is too amazing.
Yeah. And I bet you she's a Christian. Bet you she be in church every Sunday.
Oh, absolutely.
With them Mayflower clothes on.
Absolutely. I'm willing to bet a paycheck on it. Absolutely.
Listen, yeah. Florida ain't no joke. With a cross and a verse in her bio. That part. She said, let's put up the epitaph and we're gonna have class today. And I want to make sure that y'all are at the early service on Sunday. Praying to the white Jesus. White power.
Ancient future, let me clear a few things up. Atheism is always meant the same thing. It has never changed its meaning. So it is a version of atheism you're looking for. It's silly. Also, she does speak for Christianity because we have talked to thousands by now. We've read history and we've met many of you in our lives, and many of us were them. She does represent exactly Christianity.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she was even convicted by the Holy Spirit to do it. Listen, because we know that the Holy Spirit is an unclean spirit. She said, I was led by the Spirit to suspend this black baby doll up by this rope.
Holy Spirit is definitely unclean. But I forgot to update y'all on my abortions, right? So I went this morning and I was scheduled for one, right? But then they were like, oh, it's twins. I was like, okay, bet. So what I want you to do is schedule me for another one. Like, just get rid of that one first. And I'm going to go have lunch. And I'm going to come back. And then you can get rid of the other one. Because that way I can do 2 atheisms instead of 1. So that worked out nice.
Did you get a discount? 2-in-1 discount?
Girl, listen, I actually had a coupon from, I'll be reading the Atheist Morning newspaper. They drop it off.
And they be having Groupons in there?
Girl, I clipped them coupons right out of there. Right out of there. And then, you can double up on the coupons. So I just saved it from last month and got one this month and doubled up. That motherfucker was almost free.
Gotcha. I love it. I love it. I'm going to need one here soon because the way that the Holy Spirit be impregnating people, I just go every month. Just on rip. Just
on GP. Just to be sure. You can't never be too fucking safe.
You can't be sure that the Holy Spirit ain't gonna slide one up in you.
So filling folks up. I don't listen.
Right.
Use the fuck out of me.
You gotta go every month just to make sure that the Holy Spirit ain't trying to sneak one in you, against your will and shit.
What's crazy is he uses other people to do it. Like the angels and stuff. Like, I don't know about by proxy. That's fucking weird.
Sorry, I was just staring at Bar, wondering what the fuck he was doing. Like, what the hell?
I be pulling this fucking thing too hard. I done pulled it off. I gotta fix it. Hold on. But talk to that person while I'm doing it.
Johnny Appleseed, can you give us your age and your religious affiliation? You gotta come back to the app. Do you know you're up here, Johnny? Johnny must be trying to leave.
Johnny thinks they're famous. All right, Johnny.
Come back if you was trying to be up here.
Senior, you need to go to hell because every day you find a way to make me go pause. Wait a minute.
Hilarious. Listen, the panel is friendly heavy. Maybe people are afraid.
They might be.
I mean, I could hop down, but if y'all request up.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm gonna hop down.
All right.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Drop me down, somebody, please.
I got you, B.
All right.
Because listen, you almost lost your whole squad. Because I was finna say, listen, I can drop because I got graduation today and I'm running around doing all kind of shit. And then B dropped and Petty was finna leave. Listen, I don't know what everybody else is gonna say, but just that fast, you almost lost everybody.
Listen, I just know people be scared to come up when the panel is like friendly heavy, you know? So
Hey,
I can stay if you gotta go.
Yeah,
hear me,
it's,
friend?
I can't really do nothing right this. I mean, I'm working, but I gotta wrap these little candy lays. Remember, I was telling you I'm gonna make the lay with the chips.
Oh, yeah.
One with the candy and stuff. So yeah, I'm doing that. But then I gotta get dressed and stuff.
Okay.
Photos and posts. Yeah, those candies.
Hell on my scissors. I need them to come fix this spot in the floor. That shit gets on my nerves.
I think sometimes when Christians come up, they used to think they just go and read off apologetics website and have not read and understand the material. And that's a problem. Serious problem. And and I don't know why they come and tell you go and check when we already did the hard work. And there's a number of university sites that deals with history. University of Toronto. There's also the National Library archives. They give information on what is a primary source. And as we correctly said, it is writings, it is writings, archaeological artifacts, etc. that were being produced at the time of the event. And usually if it is under a year, it is really good source. After a year, imagine 50 years later, not primary. It has to be very close. And anything going after a year, especially if somebody's recounting an event, serious problems because people's memory are not that good. It's not that good. And that's why there's so much different. People give different fill-in stories, etc. So Christians, please come on. Don't come with this thing. Primary sources when you've not read what is a primary source, what is a secondary source, and usually the best is those written outside. People who will have written outside of the event, witness the event, have nothing to gain. Right? Might be even against these persons, but will write about the event. You have to be able to.
These people ain't even read their own book.
More. Yeah, they don't read their book. I can tell you that I was a Christian for nearly 40 years, and I can tell you a lot of Christians do not read their book. They cherry pick. They pick verses. That's it. When by the age of what? 10? I read the Bible book twice.
What their pastor said. It's what their pastor said, or their friend said, or their mama said. They ain't read the book, and they ain't looked into the claims. But, just spout them off because it sounds good.
Yeah. Not just saying it's not just saying eyewitness. The document has to be created very close. That's it. I would say probably less than 10 years or even less than that, but less than 10 years given, max. But a lot of sources we have, the Gospels were written long after. So, and people, I can tell you, when we play the telephone game, it's easy to see people mix up stuff and then people make crap. Make up shit to suit their bias. So Christians, stop playing that game, man. Come on, be honest with yourself. And Penny and those guys were long after. And if you want to say church fathers, they came long after too. They're not primary sources.
I done broke I ain't break it. I just gotta fix it, but it's gonna take some nigga rigging. So I gotta fix the damn.
Why are you always
trying to fix black?
Because I just pulled it. When I be moving it, I be pulling it too hard and it comes off the thing, so I have to like reattach it to the stand type shit. Yeah. But I probably get off though because how long have I been on here? The hour? I'll stay to. I'll be. It's been an hour and 50 minutes, so I'll do 208. 208 is crazy. Probably not that long. I might do like I'll stay like 1:30. I'll see if we can get some people up by 1:30. So y'all tap the screen. Help me with the gift goal. Did they do the roses? Do the little roses. We already hit that. We hit the cowboy hat goal. Let's do the roses. Do a power tap. Everybody, tap the screen over on YouTube. If you this feels so weird holding this fucking mic in my hand. It just feel like a fucking singer or some shit. Whoa, whoa. But yeah, so over on YouTube, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, like the live, leave a comment over on TikTok. Let's try to get to 50. Come on. Not 50K, 70K. Let's try to get to 70,000 likes if we can. Do the gift goal. And yeah, support the live. I appreciate you.
Share the
if you
spread the love.
Yeah, spread the love.
Love.
While we waiting for people to join, the new album has dropped. It's on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Pandora, wherever you get your music from. It's called Revelations. It's 25 tracks. It's on all the streaming platforms. And if you don't have the streaming platforms, then you can get it off YouTube. Yeah, I put a lot of work into that album. You know, this is my latest and greatest masterpiece. So, you know, go and listen to it and give me your feedback. Let me know what you think.
I happen to personally like the song Reparations. My personal favorite.
Of course, Petty. Of course you do. Because you're black.
Let's get this reparations on.
Where the fuck my reparations? Jesus done paid it all.
Like he's Solomon or David. Yeah.
Right. And Jesus finna pay them January 6th rioters, so I know I need my money.
Lord have mercy. You know, this is a strange world we live in.
Ain't it though?
I done already did my little rant.
Claim it.
I done did my little rant already.
Take the tax dollars to pay for the people that, you know, did a bunch of shit they weren't supposed to do. But because rich people like money and they like to pay for their friends to get out of shit, you know, he got to do it with our money.
But if you
not like he broke or something. He got more than enough money of his own to do it. But no, you want to do it with ours instead.
But hunger so is fucking last supper till we all eat. Put the bubble, that ain't what we all need. Where I'm at? Am I D1 still D1 trying to get back to C5? I'm in the top 10% of D1. So if y'all send a little roses and help me with this damn gift gallery, I can get back to greatness where I'm supposed to be at. Yeah. But y'all just, you know what I'm saying, support the live and
maybe some hashtags. Maybe.
Yeah. And we need to like all of us, I'm just saying we all need to like, it's a lot of fucking books that gotta be read, I ain't gonna lie. And I be oh shit. You know, there's a lot of historical accounts and stuff we gotta read up on. So I want us to that's what I'm talking about. Thank y'all. You know, yeah, man. I really been trying to read more heavily. So I'm encouraging everybody else to do the same thing. Read more books. You know how like on the side of the cow, it say eat more chicken for Chick-fil-A. Read more books. You know, I really want more of us to be, and I'm myself included. This is about all of us, but I want us to just read more literature about all this shit. You know, read more books.
I find that it's good that a lot of the scholarly books now are going audible, because as you're driving or you're walking, you can listen to them, and you get in the Kindle version with it. You get in Whisper Sync. So if you want to read, you can read it and still have the audible listening. Then you can't actually look at the and those are usually more
I use Audible, I use Kindle, and I use what's called Everand, and it's basically like you just pay like the subscription. I look at it like if it's like $16 a month, I just like, well, just look. I mean, a fucking Happy Meal. You know, your food at your favorite restaurant, it costs more than a monthly subscription to one of these apps where you can read these books and stuff like that for real. Like Everend, you get 3 credits a month for like $17, and you'll be able to read some books that are just in like their value cannot be measured. Like there's some good books on there. There's some good books on Audible. There's some good books on Kindle. Kindle has the most catalog for less. Like you get more bang for your buck with Kindle, but it's a lot of books that aren't on Kindle that you might want to read that are on Audible and Everend, because they're a little more expensive. But man, like to get your fucking feet wet, nigga, I think Kindle's like $13. But for that $13, nigga, they're giving you access to every book that's on Kindle that's $0. And there's a lot of books about like Rome, Constantine, the Hagia Sophia, Justinian, all that shit. It's a lot of books about Christianity, Islam, and Judaism that are free. Like they're I mean, it's not free because you're still paying, but you get like more for that little $13 than you get for that 17 or 16 for Audible and Everend. So yeah, this is a recommendation. And then we was talking about CBJ was in the chat earlier. His book is on Kindle. So I read his book on Kindle. That book, the book Bible Myths and Their Parallels in Other Religions, that's on Kindle. Forgeries in Christianity, that's on Kindle. They got a book, The Story of Mankind by Hendrik Van Loon, that's on there. There's a book about ancient Egypt written by George Rawlinson, that's on there. There's a lot of good books on Kindle, man. My Everend.
By Israel Frankenstein, and the other guy. That one. That's the one that hit the Exodus hard, because they have been doing work. They have done archaeological studies, and there's no Exodus. What you expect to find? There's the evidence.
I read that one on.
Not just the absence.
You talking about the Bible on Earth? Is that not the book you talking about?
That's on Kindle and Audible.
Yeah, I got that one on Everend because I'm like a visual person. I gotta see it. I like to see the words. So they're like when I'm doing this shit, I be wanting to see the words. When I'm reading about this type of shit, I gotta see it. So I'll be on Everend, but I got that bitch on Everend. It was a good book. So yeah, man, we gotta read. Like, because the information that we talk about is not, you're not gonna get it off Google. You gotta read the literature.
Google, I mean, sometimes when you type certain things in Google and you're looking for scholarly, it's very hard unless you go to Google Scholar, then we give you articles. But generally, the AI, sometimes it might give you a few scholarly, but generally it's too much Reddit and Quora and so on. That not necessary, it's not really actual good sources. You might have some scholars there saying something, but university sources, .org, university.org, like what I said there, like there's the National Archives talking about primary sources. There's universities, websites, the historical departments of universities will tell you what primary versus secondary sources. Yeah, that's some of the courses. I was looking here at the Library University of Toronto, and they have it set up really nice primary sources versus secondary, because it will be set up for teaching purposes. Find that Christians, I can tell you, are too lazy. There are too many Christians are too lazy minded. It's just that probably that push the extra mile, really wanting to know and understand what is going on. Usually, here are the ones that I think will step out from the faith because then you realize, oops, Sunday school theology, that ain't working.
Yeah, well, ain't nobody coming up, so I'll probably just get off. Yeah, maybe we go wreck somebody else shit. I don't fucking know. Yeah, but YouTube, y'all. What'd you say? What'd you say, Rev?
Is Mama Bash still alive?
No. I have to check when I get out here. But yeah, I get off. Fuck it. YouTube, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for supporting the live. To subscribers today. So if you're new here, you know what I'm saying? Stick around, go check out the album over there. If you over there watching, man, appreciate you for tuning in, watching the live. So yeah. So I'm gonna end it, but you know what I'm saying? Turn your notifications on so you can catch when I'm live next, or when I post a video next. Yeah. So
go check out the book. Link is in the bio.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my God. Jesus. I had to set a reminder, but thank you for reminding me. Yeah. So yeah, over on YouTube, you're gonna have to come over. I know y'all don't fuck with TikTok and vice versa, but if you want to get Petty's new book, you're gonna have to come over to you're gonna have to come over to TikTok. The link is in her bio. I can't get off of this and go get the link because I'm casting this, so I have it next time though. But yeah. So this is the book. Dougal got it on the screen, y'all. If you want to check out Petty's new book that they worked on, you got to come over to TikTok, click the link in her bio, and support my people, man. Because I'm about to go get it right now.
Listen, right, and episode 2 is coming up soon. So that's episode 1. Episode 2 is coming up soon. So
that cover art is nice.
Thank you, friend. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. I can tell you worked hard on that motherfucker.
Listen, and this is of course, the first thing I've ever written, right? So, like, I didn't realize, like, all of the steps, like, how they were supposed to line up. So this one took a little bit longer to come out than I was expecting. But, you learn. You live and you learn. So now I know how it goes. That's episode 1. Episode 2 is coming up shortly. It's not going to take as long to get it out because now I know the rhythm of it. So, hope y'all enjoy the shit.
And with that, YouTube, we are